Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I've been away for a little while again, but I wanted to come back and do a couple of reviews. So what am I going to be reviewing today? I'm going to be reviewing one from Affinessence, and I was kindly sent this from one of the brand owners at Luxeparfum, so thank you very much. And this is called Santal Basmati. So let's get some of the admin out of the way. This wasn't sent to me direct from the brand, but from Luxeparfum. So thank you very much to you guys for sending this through to me. So this is Santal Basmati. It's from Affinessence Paris. It is available on the Luxeparfum website. I'll be leaving all the details in the description below. You can pick a 50ml bottle of this up for around £129. So the notes in this are Mysore sandalwood, basmati rice, Kashmiran, iris and patchouli. The perfumer is Alexandra Corinne. Alexandra has been responsible for working for some well-known niche brands such as Amouage and Juice Parfums. So let me just give this a little spray. I've worn this a few times. I just want to sort of remind myself of what it's like. On first spray, it's not overly sweet. It is, the best way I can explain it is it's more savoury. It's got sort of a savoury note to it, but I really like that. There's something about it that smells quite fresh, and the savoury note I find really intriguing. You get a blast of that sort of basmati smell that if you put your nose in a bag of basmati rice, you'll know exactly what I mean. But that is mixed with a really soft iris note and this really creamy, pronounced sandalwood note. It has a real deft touch when it comes to sweetness as well. There is a sweetness in there, but it is really understated. It is something that's not overdone, but just takes away that edge of the savoury note. I think that's needed. The rice is quite fragrant, but again, not overly done. I get this slight spice from it, and it's slightly sort of nose tingling, but it's not like a heavy pepper note or a heavy sort of chili note or anything. It's just this very soft spice that lends itself really well to that rice and sandalwood note. It smells slightly grain-like a cereal, or like a sort of a wheat note or an oat. It's quite, I'm finding it quite difficult to explain, but it's almost like a little bit milky, like overnight oats with a little bit of cinnamon in, for example. If you've ever had like Horlicks, it's like this slightly oaty, warming, milky note. I do find the overall composition on it fairly linear, so it doesn't change much on the skin throughout the wearing. How it starts is pretty much how it finishes. I would say probably the only thing that changes is that the rice note calms down a little bit and the sandalwood note comes to the top, and but you can smell the sandalwood from the start anyway, so there's not really any sort of big differences between the start of the wearing and the end of the wearing. At the end of the wearing, one of the other things that you could say is the patchouli becomes more noticeable than it does in the opening. That's about it, I would say. I find it's quite a soft fragrance actually. It's quite delicate. None of the notes are sort of overdone or take over from each other, and it's not sort of a loud screechy fragrance. It's actually quite delicate, and it's, I think, quite classy. I really like how it's done. I really like it when I first spray it on me. It's a little bit stronger, and then it does fade down to a skin scent, but it's got this real lovely cleanliness to it. It's really addictive. You keep sort of wanting to sniff your arm where you've sprayed it, or sniff your hand where you've sprayed it. It is really beautifully done. It doesn't last a whole day on me. I would, if I'm going somewhere important and I want to smell of it, I'm probably going to have to take the bottle with me. I've never genuinely had a problem with that, so that doesn't matter to me. I've got a lot of fragrances, as I'm sure a lot of people that watch this have, and I don't mind reapplying. When it smells this good anyway, you want to sort of experience that over and over again. So to me, it's not a problem. Now, I would say that I got this at the end of last year. I'm sure that's when I got it, and in a year of wearing fragrances, it's genuinely been one of my favourite fragrances that I've tried. It's just so well done and it's quite unique. If there was anything that reminds me a little bit of this, it would be Sesame Chan by Anima Vinci. Except that sesame note, you could mistake the rice for the sesame, possibly. So it's in the same sort of category as that, although side by side they smell nothing alike from each other. So if you want a comparison, that might give you an idea of the sort of direction this goes in. I think the 50ml of this is cracking value at £129, and I'm really glad I've got to try something from Affinessence. I'm really intrigued as to some of the other ones they've got in the offering, and I'm sure I'm going to be picking up more from the brand in the future because I am really impressed with this. If the others last a bit longer, I think I'll probably be a little bit happier. So that has been my take on Affinessence Santal Basmati. Sorry it wasn't in depth. I will be spending some more time reviewing fragrances in this format. Let me know if you like it. I like doing it this way up because when you're watching it on the phone, I've realised that actually YouTube does adapt the screen so you're watching it in this view. So that's why I've done it this way. Not many people watch fragrance reviews, I would say, on laptops and stuff. Mostly people watch content on their phones. So I think I'm going to be doing more like this. Let me know if you like the setup because obviously the camera's moving around a little bit. That I don't want that to make people feel sick. If that does and that bothers people, I can just use it on a normal stand. But I hope you enjoyed the review and I'll be back again soon. Don't forget to keep smelling wonderful.